Welcome to the live, Beth. How are you? Yeah, I have a bit on Shiro's. I have the most final blows and trials with it. Right now I'm running a little fun build where the support frame, while I heal people, will give me a damage buff to reduce the TTK to get the kill clip a little bit faster while also healing my team.
Zones and hold them to your last breath.
How are you doing today, Adam?
You captured Zone C. Enemy claimed Zone A.
Oh, I just got thumped by teammates, so I died. I wanted to push over to the left. Sometimes I kind of wish this game was like other games like Overwatch or other things like that. It'd be great if you couldn't run into your teammates.
You have zone advantage.
I'm doing pretty well. Just started as my first game on, so let's see how it goes. Let's throw a dust field right there. It is. Unfortunate. Hopefully we can get a little bit of damage going. But yeah, we'll be either doing this or floating.
You captured
because
Zone
Land Rampant's
C.
got buff.
You have advantage. Zone A lost.
Oh yeah, I know about the power of... Oh, I love that melee didn't register. Hello, pepperoni pizza. Okay, let's actually get something going here. The first match is a little rough, but you'll find that I don't really tilt. We'll just figure it out. Don't really have a lot of range.
Zone A captured. You have
Cool.
zone
We got a little
advantage.
bit of the healing auto juice we can give somebody. I'll go and reload. That'll give him just a little. That'll give him and I a damage buff. So you're doing 30 to the head. Right now, Aiden, I'm playing on console, but 70% of the time I'm controller on PC.
Zone C captured. You have advantage. Enemy claims
Most
zone
of my
A.
duo partners and all that are PC. I have not got a 1v1 yet.
lost.
I don't think that this is like, yeah, it's all solos. I just think my teammates are having a hard time controlling this map, and it's putting me in a very awkward position. Oops, crouch right around that. So you're saying I should switch to console. Why? Why would I be saying that? Thank you for the follow, Adam. You're insulting my lobbies? That's silly. People I'm fighting right now are pretty decent. Especially this
Zone
guy
C
right here.
lost.
Hook.
It's a power play.
I don't know how you
Get
say
those
his name.
zones back.
Anyway. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate it.
Zone A captured.
How have you been liking the new expansion? I think some of it was a little bit too on the nose as far as like Star Wars, but most of it felt like it felt like Destiny with a bit of Star Wars. But there's a couple of things that were just like Star Wars with a bit of Destiny. I wish that some of these side characters, like that you could pledge allegiance to, like the factions, I wish they actually would have had voice actors too.
Zone advantage is
Because them going from just voice, or like text, really made them feel empty. I kind of like what Mass Effect does with games where every NPC can talk. And then instead of having like 4 or 5 steps that just, oh my gosh, I'm getting farmed. Anyways, 4 or 5
Zone
steps
A
that
lost.
is like, hey, talk to this guy, then go talk to that guy, and then talk to me again, and then go talk to this person, then finally talk to me again. Just do like a cutscene where they're all talking at the same time. Get all the information out, and then move on to the mission. And instead of having 3 or 4 of the missions be, you know, tutorial for the extraction missions,
You're defeated.
just add another
Fight again.
like story mission,
Persistence is
and I
key.
would have given it like a much higher rating, but I'd give it like a 6 or 7. There was some really funny parts,
No,
some really
not this time. Controlling those zones is the only path to victory.
like Blue, the voice actor, she hit it out of the park. She was very funny. There was like the Alinsky when they hit. I'm trying not to do spoilers because I don't know if you've seen it or not, but when they hit the big bad, like put her arms up, was like woo, and then looked around and nobody wooed. Like that genuinely made me belly laugh. There's just some things that I definitely would have approved upon. I was hoping for a little bit more exotics, but I'm excited for 2 things. One, Peacekeepers got an ornament after 8 years, so I've been using for 8 years, hasn't got an ornament. I'm so glad Dragon Shadow got an ornament too. But you guys already had one. There's a lot of people that are begging for ornaments when they've already had one. It's my first time ever getting one, and it fixes the ugly shoe part of Peacekeepers that doesn't shade, like the big clown shoes. Look, it still doesn't shade, but it's just a little bit smaller. A lot smaller. You're going from like a size 18 to like a size 10. I kind of wish they would have kept the emblems on the knee pads on these name pads, but whatever. And then Lion Rampants finally allow Titans to be able to be in the air and exist in the same space that Warlock, specifically Dawnblade, and Hunters have had for a long time. I was convinced by a few friends to buy it, so I've only gone through the first couple missions. It was only 40, so I decided to give it a chance. And we're getting a bow arms week, which I'm really excited for. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was trying to keep a it's spoiler free because the DLC did just come out. Not everybody is going to have it beaten already, so. Thank you for the follow again, Aiden. Oh, no, you don't. I don't know why you're apologizing. Maybe I misspoke. I was just saying I was trying not to spoil the story too much for you. Also, I did have like a video that shows like my favorite moments. Like it says my thoughts on Renegades on over on my YouTube if you want to see it. Oh no, I don't care about the Arms Week at all. Me and Azzy have the same thoughts. That's cool. And I think I'm mostly positive about the DLC. There's a lot of cool weapons that are fun to use. They added like new archetypes. I generally don't like just shitting on the ground. Hey Zane, how are you? Solitude? Let's go. Also, there's a chance we get Crimson Days back again. The Val ornament has done an API for Sorution. Oh, Crimson Doubles, I think it's called. That was my favorite playlist. I don't think we've had that in like 5 years. Okay, I was like, did my game break? Holy crap, that was such a long black screen. You would think that with less players, the servers would play better. Or at least handle the the players better.
Take those zones.
Sigh, any luck with the saber? I haven't really used it, to be honest. I could use it if you want. I've never used it in PvP. I'm kind of waiting until I get the dungeon because I really want to pair it with the slow. I want to shiver strike somebody, then throw a lightsaber at somebody to make a diamond lance.
You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
You have a kill clip? What's his name? I don't remember his name. I don't. But that seemed really fast for a 180. Looks like there might be a fusion over here. Let's throw this over there. Okay. Let's go down the stairs. Oh, why did I take so much damage? I also feel like the performance of the servers have been pretty poor the last couple of days. Have you noticed that as well, Zane? I've been playing PvP a little bit and it just feels like there's like a lot of desync. Ah, dang it. I don't want to push through this
Zone
choke.
B lost. Enemy has zone advantage. Zone C captured. You have advantage. Zone B captured.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
thinking, that it's
play.
kind of really good
You
on
took
Strand
them.
Warlock,
Now hold them.
and maybe kind of meh on everything else.
Zone A lost. Go.
Unfortunately, I think they'll eventually fix the thing for Strand Warlock. I think Ergo Sun's definitely going to be the way to go, but when it's fully unlocked, I'll try it. I thought I had Shiver Strike again. Let me check my YouTube. YouTube's fine. Okay. Come on, Blueberries, push in.
Zone C lost. Enemy has advantage.
Okay, let's capture C. We're gonna look
You
up
captured
top.
Zone C. You have zone advantage.
What? Is it down the hall?
You captured Zone A.
I want to
Power
be decent
play.
so bad.
Keep the
but
pressure
just-
on.
I don't want to give it up yet, but after 2 days and 100 kills. I mean, I'll give it a go after this next match, and I'll see if like I notice anything.
Zone B
I've never
lost.
I haven't used it. I'm not super itching to either.
Double down. Together as one. I love it.
Come on, Blueberry.
Zone C lost. Enemy has advantage. Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian. Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. Zone A lost. Zone C captured. You have
This
advantage.
is the rhythm that I'm trying to get into. Oh, the noob sent 52 roses. Thank you very much for the 52 roses. Go ahead and get a free kill clip off this. Don't know why that still gives me a kill clip. I just get occasionally a kill from Eager-Edge kill. If the game connection allows me, some tips: you can't sudden deflect, you can only do the one-hit kill damage if you swing from the ground. Interesting. Okay. Another thing to bear in mind is it could be good on strongholds for like the damage block, because I can block infinitely.
You have advantage.
But again, there's bleed through in PvP, so like you will get killed eventually. It's not like you can just block there forever. Okay, I wanted a little bit of that.
5 minutes left. Keep it up. I've seen enough. I'm calling this one. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them.
Trying to run a goofy build.
I could not ask for a better victory.
I'm having more fun with Lion Rampants, but I'll play the lightsaber.
Zones controlled. Targets eliminated. Nice work.
I haven't upgraded it like at all, so this is like base. So don't even have any of this. Okay, I'll play a match with the lightsaber. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. It's very good in PvE. Top tier. They might even nerf it in PvE. I'm gonna keep using it for the best stuff. The best stuff is from the dungeon for sure. Well, you're also a Strand Warlock, so it works a little bit better there, Hex. Again, before I do my final judgment, I want to see how this works against the best of the when it's like fully upgraded, like after the dungeon and all the time gated stuff. No way they added this to you. This can't be where have I been? You haven't heard about Renegades? You haven't heard about the Star Wars DLC? It just dropped this week, Tuesday. I don't know how good this is going to be in PvP, but we'll try it. Do we know when the dungeon comes out? Not this weekend, but the next weekend. Yes, Hex, yes. Yes, we are. Looks sick though. I like that it's anti-barrier for PvE. I'm usually using it in PvE on strongholds. It can deflect for the people who don't know. The lightsaber can deflect bullets back, and strongholds lets you block forever. And damage with swords proc. Not overshield, sorry, Banner of War, which heals you. And then also the restoration ×2 from stronghold. All just for blocking. How long am I on for? I'm on for the next few hours.
Control.
Control on what map? Ugh. Not the map that I want. This is a map I'd usually snipe on. Or float on.
Capture and defend, Guardians.
Oh yeah, having Zephyr is huge and you need to do the mission. Well, we could try it. Okay. What if it behaves just like Ergo, where you can get a little bit of ammo off wall
Enemy
breaks?
claimed Zone A.
I'm gonna immediately throw a dust field at the top window, or doorway. There's always people up there. I have one person behind me, but I have like 3 enemies in front of me. Oh, okay. I got hit by the electric boogaloo. Okay, let's test. Does it give you half? It does give you half progress. Let's go.
You captured Zone B. You have advantage.
There's my lightsaber. The fact you can't do anything after you throw it sucks. And I guess it didn't hit him? I felt like I looked at him and threw it. Is it because it hit the wall? It just said no? First impressions. Very cool.
Zone C lost.
I actually want to kill. Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna finish him off though. I'll get that special. I thought I was gonna shiver strike him, but I didn't expect him to be crouched around the corner. Thought he'd maybe fight. My special will still be over there, so I'm gonna go pick that up. Should I try to slice somebody with it, or should I try to throw it? I'm gonna throw it. Okay, well, and does it come back? No. Teammate killed him. Okay, I'll try to slice the next person. That was like heartbreaking. Like, you see my sword going out, right? Let it chop him. Diamond lance. I'll float a little bit to get my health back. Slide through, hit him with the diamond lance. And just keep capturing.
You captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours. I envy your strength, Titan.
Challenging that. Okay, I want to try throwing it one more time. Does it hit him? It doesn't hit him? Is like the throw really close range? Because in PvE that would have like hit both of them.
Zone A lost.
Or do I have to be alive during the whole throw? If so, like this is just a melee weapon. This is just a worse blade. Okay, let me try to smack somebody. Oh, and I got shotgun from behind. I knew there was someone in there, but I thought I had a teammate fighting in there. They really need to buff the tracking on that throw. Or at least make it so I can do something while it's out and about. It should be
Zone C
right
captured. You have zone advantage. Double down.
Cool. Don't sleep now, but definitely rewatch this VOD. Take care, side chat. Take care, Zane. This looks cool as hell, but it's like, what do I do with it? Oh, I missed. Oops. 699. Hit him for 152. Okay.
One after
That was a good
another.
experiment to see if I can.
5 minutes remain. A strong start.
Oh.
Fight on.
And it has kind of a slow pull-out animation. The pull-out game is not the strongest.
Zone A captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
The ass.
Zone C lost.
You just go off the map now. Hey Juggernaut, how are you? Yeah, that's what I'm gathering, that it doesn't seem like it's the most competitive. Gotta shoot him. I got you, teammate. Oh, and then I couldn't pull it out. I couldn't swap weapons or anything like that.
Zone B lost.
That's true. He did go off the map, I'm Minstrel. Cool. Take my diamond lance and just throw it into the ground. Oh my goodness.
You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
What did I do to you? Throw a death field over there. That'll slow down their heavy push from at least that side. Okay. I think there might be some. Oh, he's just hard scope.
3 minutes. Hold strong.
It's very
and
good.
this
Auto
battle
swap
is
weapons
yours.
before it hits its max range or if it hits a wall. I see. Does it do enough damage to one? I was not expecting to get one shot through my wall with the melee. That's crazy. I guess what I'm gonna try to use it for is blocking. Just get ammo and then just try to deflect damage at people. Just try to troll. I'm not gonna try to get kills with it. Not like that. Well, if they're not looking at you, you can get a kill pretty well, guys. Pro tip, just make sure they never look at you and you win. You profit. Nice shotgun. Nice shotgun.
You're almost there.
One hit with the melee, if you hold your
Zone
heavy
C
attack
lost.
instead of letting it go, it won't track. Interesting. Okay. Let's try the deflect out. Okay, well. Can't deflect a lightning surge. Oh man. This seems a bit silly. I think my problem is I
You
really
captured
don't
Zone
see
C. You have
what I'm
advantage.
supposed to do with it.
You shut the enemy down. 1 minute.
I want this
You
orb
have
over
this.
here.
A well-fought victory.
You just try to thunder crash through the window? It's slow.
Your victory gives the city hope, Guardian.
We'll give it another match with the lightsaber, then we'll go back. But if it's a good float map, I'm gonna float. Yeah, I definitely want amplified. Amplified sounds great. I definitely want it to slow and melee, or throw too. But I didn't think. Mine is green, but I want to get this one. The orange. Nice. You want cyan? This one? That one's pretty good too, because that's like my color. So. I don't know what it looks like, but I have a friend who's very depressed and he messed up his back and stuff, and his name has cyan in it because it's his favorite color. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool that you want the cyan. Oh yeah, you probably can't really see my color, right? Of my duck right here. Maybe in a bit, Javi. I appreciate you offering. But right now I am just focusing on commentary and making sure I can pay attention to all the chats that I have. Because right now I'm streaming on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch.
Control.
Oh hey Danny, how are you?
The zones are yours if you fight for them, Guardian.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Javi. I appreciate it. Hopefully your day is going well.
Enemy claimed zone
I'm doing
A.
well. How are you?
You captured zone C.
Just trying out the lightsaber a little bit. Having fun playing with some builds. Probably gonna get murdered here. Oh, I love that went towards me. That's very cool. Don't throw a death shield out. That should slow him down. Did my teammate die? Yes, he did. I'm gonna go grind stuff now. Bye bye. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you for letting me know, Juggernaut, and enjoy your grind. Next kill will be the lightsaber. Or assist. And we're gonna try deflecting this time. See how the deflect works. It's a little far, but we're gonna slide out. Use this piece of cup. Where's it going? Okay.
Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent.
Okay. Oh wow. That is cool looking. Defeat.
Zone B captured. You have zone advantage.
Okay. Nice push. Really fall for a minute.
Zone C lost.
Straight. Please go back when you're supposed to go back. Got room for a new eye. Maybe just a little bit. Somebody just asked if I was playing with other people and I said no. So it makes me look like a hypocrite if I said yes. I need to just focus up on trying out new stuff and
You have advantage.
and so you have to look directly at them so it doesn't just automatically ADS, and then focus on just talking to chat and talking about what I'm thinking and going through. And if I'm playing with people, I find that difficult to do both. I'm going to just probably be the last one with the sword until I get some more things on it. I'm just not super. It's super cool looking aesthetically, right? They nailed it. But as far as using it, it just doesn't. Not exciting me. Oh, he's one bullet too. One more kill. Try to get this guy beefing. He's one shot. Oh, okay. Cool, he didn't punch me or shoot at me. Interesting. Okay, well. Just got shot at by my teammate. Oh, come on. Come on, Blueberry, you need to shoot some people too.
Is yours. Zone C
Yeah, Ergo
captured.
definitely
Power
seems
play.
like the better
Keep the
choice, for
pressure
sure.
on.
And there's a good SMG that can work well with it. The new comp SMG can get Firefly and shoot the loot, so it can automatically pick up the ammo. So that could be a route to go. Throw that right there. They might just slide into it. Kind of in a world of hurt because I shouldn't be pushing their spawn. The deflect, you have to be looking just at them. It has bleed through. You can one shot with the throw, but it can hit walls. You can't pull out anything while you're doing it, and it doesn't track when you have when you hold it down. The tap does a decent amount of damage, but it's still kind of just like whatever. Like that just seemed like a waste of ammo.
5 minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on.
Got you on the flip side though, homie. Sounds good.
Shut the enemy down. Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent.
Okay.
You captured Zone A. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. Zone C lost.
I'm gonna try to hold it. That didn't hit. That didn't hit. That sucks. How does that not hit? I throw it down a hall where there's a super coming at me. It literally is spinning, so it's gonna be like the same width of a hall, and it doesn't hit him. I don't expect to kill him. If it did, that would have been sick, but it should hit. At this point, like, might as well not even. Oh, nice spin. And dodging to the side. Wasn't super here. I like you.
3 minutes. You're winning. Stay strong. Zone A lost. Zone C captured. You have advantage.
Nobody? Oh no! Should have expected the feedback fence. That's on me.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
That's gonna stop more of them from pushing in.
Keep it up.
So we should keep
Victory
controlling
is yours.
B. But I think that's I'm a little over the lightsaber. I really just don't see what it does that I can't do with another special. I'm dead. Nice, nice, nice. At least with Ergo, when you risk your life to pick up the stupid brick, because that's your whole playstyle is Ergo, is you need special or you're basically just SOL. At least it's pretty much always a kill, right? Pretty much always a kill. Or multiple. And it one-shots supers. So it's like... Let's see how bad Chaperone is.
You fight like a demon for these zones. Bring me your friends. I need more like you.
Where's Chap? Oh, I think one of my other characters has it. And I just put it in the vault! Dang it. Oh, I would love it if you'd stop kicking me out of my vault. I think that's the only thing that, like, tilts me out of my mind is, like, when you're trying to access your vault and it just keeps kicking you out. Like, just view the match. Or as the kids will say, just put the fries in the bag. Why are you kicking me out? Rounds per minute, 87. Still says precision slug, but it is apparently been nerfed. Does it? No?
Control. Capture and defend, Guardians. Enemy claimed Zone A. Zone C captured. Zone B captured.
I mean,
Zone
I like that
advantage
they're
is yours.
setting up for a new big bad, so that's fun.
Zone A captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on. They have advantage. You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours. Two for one. Power play. Keep the pressure on. Triple down. Look at them fall. Zone C lost. Double down, and that's why we have fire teams.
I would, yes, we should show up probably 30 minutes prior to make sure there's no issues.
Zone B lost. It's a power play. Get those zones back.
Yes.
You captured Zone A.
I mean, when I posted it, it should show it in your time zone, so just look at the announcement. Then right now you're the same.
Zone A lost. Power play. Enemy has your zone. Zone C captured. You have advantage. Zone B lost. They have
I have
advantage.
a list of people said 20, but 2 of them were me. Just like have the icons. I took them off. There's 18, so that would be 5 teams that have actually
Zone A captured.
for sure
Zone
said they're going.
advantage
So
is
I'm
yours.
going to. I'm already mostly done with it, but I'm going to be putting those people in the teams, using some random and then some fairness, because some people in those lists were not equivalent, so some people I put like in a safety program. And then yes, I mean, as far as like a lot of
Zone
the
B captured.
organizing
That's a
that
power play.
I've already been
You took
doing
them.
a
Now
lot of
hold
that,
them.
just making I just haven't been talking to those
2 for
people as
1.
much because most of them I don't really know. And they ask the same questions. They'll ask one question, the next day they'll ask the same fucking question, and then I'll like look and I'm like, hey, it's the same dude. Why is the same dude asking the same question 3 days in a row?
Five minutes left. Keep it up. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
No, the lightsaber, like, it's okay.
Keep it up, and victory is yours. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing. I envy your strength, Titan. Sound tactics bring victory.
I think that we'll try to link up for like the semifinals and finals, but for the first part we probably should be separated because we'll probably be commentating separate games. And then we'll put our streams together for games we're both commentating on. Otherwise it would just be really confusing if you're commentating on another game and I'm commentating on a separate game in the same stream. Just so they know that if they, since they didn't respond to the reaction, if they can still show up that day of, right, but we should, one, put a cutoff, and two, they will get not priority. So if they're like, oh, I wanted to go first, well, these other people reacted, so no, you get to go after them. We're doing a creator tourney this Sunday we've been talking about for the last few weeks. I mean, yeah, if you have access to the people that signed up that are on, I'll send you the list of the people who reacted, and then you just send me the list of the people that are on the list that haven't reacted. Yeah, we can ping them. But to be more fair, Jerry, for something that where money is on the line and it is kind of incumbent on you to like check stuff like that, like if you've ever worked a job and they post the schedule and you go, well, I never looked at the schedule.
Zone A captured.
So it is up to you to also look at that. Like, it's not like there wasn't any communication.
Zone B.
Now if we just did like one TikTok or like and then said, yeah, we said it was then, but with there being a post that, you know, is like it's indefinite. Yeah.
Zone A lost.
Put in your announcement to react to my announcement. I don't want to have to look at 2 different reactions announcements. Like say, hey.
Two for one.
No, agreed. Yeah, I have contingencies in place if there's gonna be less people. The only thing what we'll need is, unfortunately, if there's only 15, that just means one team's just gonna have to wait, right? Like, if yes, that's divisible by 3, right? So you can have 5 teams, but that also means there's 2 teams fighting each other and 1 team just waiting. So I might have to do like some type of rumble or some type of thing for them. Because it wouldn't be very fair for the 2 teams to fight twice, and then the fresh team that hasn't fought to fight the like last team, right? So I think
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone B lost. Zone C captured. Zone advantage is yours.
I think the only thing we're really gonna need is we're probably gonna need 2 people while we're commentating to also help keep track of the end scores. Just because I don't know if you want to do the math on your end for your matches. You mentioned before you don't like math. Oh, I see, I see. That would be amazing. Yeah, that would be awesome. Another thing, every match, just in case like your game crashes or anything like that, bitches, at the end of every match, take a screenshot of the results screen. That way, if say Opal didn't see it and she's like, "What's the score?" and you're like, I don't know." Just have that screenshot ready to show her. I'm gonna screenshot at the end of every. Exactly. Yes. It's only on elimination. The other ones, we're just gonna have to be bright colors and then let them know beforehand they lose points if they kill us. For each stage, the brackets will have the set game notes. I'll send you a little cheat sheet. Actually, I'll put a cheat sheet in the here in the staff. That way everyone can know. And then I'll also DM it for you. That way you can just follow along. Tonight I'll put in the staff, the initial teams, and then tomorrow morning I'll put it in the general. I don't want them to have more than one day. There's some people in there that I know that if they had like a week, they'd be practicing non-stop, right?
Keep it up.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Victory is
I don't
yours.
want that. That kind of defeats the purpose of the spirit of this tournament. Now, if it's like another tournament where like it is supposed to be super competitive, they should know like a month in advance. Like let them scrim, but not this one.
Minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had several people DM me about like rules or this or that. Like, I don't want to see this because that's cringe or this, and I'm like, I don't care. It's in the tournament. And one of them was like, I'm mad about Sabine saying,
is all I ask.
"Can I use Eager Edge
Good.
for movement?" And I'm like, it's not that much of a movement if they don't have ammo. Two, depending on the game mode, he's not going to be able to pull out his sword anyways.
You could give the Red Jacks a lesson
And
in territory
three,
control.
how I convinced the guy, he's like, no, it's just cringe to use that movement. Just pull it out and just like sword hilt. I'm like, Terror does it. And then he just was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna say who, but it was one of those hand cannon shotgun, people. I'm like, you're gonna be mad at like one of the ultra hand cannon shotgun sweats, huh? I thought not. Shut up. Also, like, also people watch me for SMGs. They watch Sabine for his final warning, right? If I went to a tournament and I was running hand cannon shotgun, every comment would be like, why is Sai using hand cannon shotgun? And every comment for Sabine would be, no final warning? Man, these guys are a bunch of wusses and blah blah blah. And it would create controversy that way. Like, I don't care. I'm excited for it to be over. I'm excited to do it, and I'm happy we're doing it. It's super cool, right? But like, man, I do so much on the weekends already. Like, I do mentorship Saturday. I do EU mentorship Sunday. I do a raid Friday. So now I'm just adding like a tourney in the middle of the weekend. So I have time to do it, but like, I'm not gonna talk to anybody till like Monday. Like, just leave me alone. I watched it. Renegades is good. I think that I wish it would have had a little bit more dialogue, a little less of the fetch quest, and There's some cool weapons, some cool dialogue, some cool stories. I'd give parts of it like a high 9 and parts of it like a low 4. Really just depending on what it is. No, understandable. Yeah, she mentioned she would just watch both streams and just input stuff in the doc. Nice, nice. Yep. That's I always wonder that because that's one of my favorite comic book characters in the Batman is Oracle. I mean, with his technology, he almost seems like he sees into the future, so fair enough. Why do you have kryptonite? Just in case you go crazy. Like, he has a bunch of stuff like that. Oh, imagine the Batcave internet goes down. That's just where you cry. And a little bit on Renegades. For me, I really liked the dialogue this time. Just the few times the dialogue made me laugh, but one of the writers is one of the writers for Baldur's Gate, so that makes sense. Blue, the voice actor, she was very funny. I kind of was just disappointed. I really like, my favorite games are like Mass Effect, like those series. That's my favorite series. I like that every NPC has like a voice actor and like character, and there were multiple like people you had to go pledge allegiance to or talk to within this story, right? But they just talk to you in text bubbles. I think it would have added a lot more flavor if they talked, and instead of having steps where it's like talk to Drifter, then talk to Blue, then talk to Drifter again, then go to the bar, and then talk to Drifter. Just do a cutscene with all these 4 characters, and then they can just tell the information that you need to do. And then less of the extraction missions, and just do a couple more campaign missions, and I think it would have been like Witch Queen level. Because like it had a good campaign, but also just had a bunch of like fluff, or just like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever, and then, oh wait, I just did 7 steps running around in the cantina. And they really should have gotten the music from the cantina. If they're going to do a Star Wars one, they should have forked over some money for the licensing to have the cantina music. The fact that that wasn't in there disappointed me. And as far as maps, I think you're right. If they did a couple of maps, that would have been good. And if they would have given... The problem with PvP is people go, oh, it was more balanced, or it was more this, or more that. No. It's always been broken. It's always been busted. It's always been dumb. Like, Not Forgotten is arguably, when it came out, was arguably one of the stupidest weapons as far as balance. Fun. People loved it. But as far as fun, it's one of the most broken weapons we've ever had. So it's not that we want balance. You have to give something for people to chase that is strong and unique. And you have to give people a reason to play. So it's something to chase, and then something to rack up. Flawlesses are gone, because you can't really get them more than once a week. And the weapons we're going for aren't super strong. So we'll see if like maybe Immortal does something or whatever. There's been a bunch of good solid PvP changes. Like the Hunters got some good stuff, but they also got some reined in. Warlocks got some good stuff. Titans got some good stuff, but nothing in there is like game changing besides the Lion Rampants. The Lion Rampants is actually like I think you guys are gonna notice that later later this season with Titans. It's been awful. Honestly, I think what it really is, or at least how I think about it, is it's not that oh we need all this stuff. Like they have been adding different weapons, they have been adding like different aspects, different abilities, but it's been so trickled in where every big DLC you can think of for the game got really shook up. Because if we're being honest, the Star Wars weapons are cool, but most people are just going to use the new Void Crucible because it has Adagio and it's a 120. So now they just have an energy 120. Or sorry, an energy criminals. most people are just going to kind of use what they used last patch and the last patch and the last patch, just a newer version. What we really needed was something like when they introduced a new subclass or something huge like that, because that shook up and brought in a lot more people than anything before. Like when Sunbreaker was introduced in Taken King in D1, that was huge. When they introduced Stasis, that was huge, and that was when our biggest resurgence of players was, and their biggest profits were. And maybe they don't have to have like a huge campaign alongside of it, but they could even go a step huger, like more huge. They always talk about like adding another subclass, like the only color they haven't used is red, right? But if they really wanted to shake this up and they want to keep this game going, imagine instead of adding a subclass, they had a class. They had a fourth one. Something like that, where people are having to relearn something that's completely new, adds a lot more replayability in PvP. Because right now, for the most part, yes, they can add new exotics or things or that, but most things are fairly solved for the veteran player. That's why most of the time the veteran player says, oh, I want a D3. What they mean is they want something new to try to play and master, and we haven't really been given that in a while. Would maps be nice? Yes, I would love maps. Would these little trickle changes be nice and probably not be so poorly received by veteran players? Because, believe it or not, the new players are eating up this stuff. Because a lot of them, they haven't been playing this game for 8 years. Like, for me, everyone's like, are you excited Lion Rampants allows you to ADS on Titan? I'm like, yeah. But it's also been 8 years where every other class could shoot and fly at the same time, but now 8 years later, Titans can finally do it. So, I think if they added something larger than, hey, what if, like, we just modified an aspect, that would really change how people play the game. And I can't think of anything other than another class or another subclass that would really just
Zone C.
make it pop.
Zone A.
Because what's going to make people come more? Because for Star Wars, if you love Star Wars, you're excited that Star Wars weapons are happening, right? But if you don't really like Star Wars, you don't really care. But if your friend told you, I haven't played Destiny a couple of years, Mike, you hear they added a new class? There's a fourth one. That's going to make you at least want to have the conversation or check it out or come look at it, right?
Zone B captured.
But
you have
if I said, hey, you hear that they have a new smoke aspect on Hunter? Most people aren't going to care. And I really hope that with them setting... I don't know how... Is Renegades the only... It can't be the only Star Wars one, right? Because... I don't know who played. But the story set up that this is continuing, right? So if this is setting up for a big bad and maybe us becoming a dark user, like a Sith subclass, I'd fucking take it. Even if it's on the nose and kind of like predictable, at least that's like such that's new content. Because that's something we can bring in as PvP players, another subclass, give us something else to master and then eventually bitch about.
Zone A lost.
That's what we desire as PvP players.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
No worries.
Zone B lost. You captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours.
I haven't played it yet.
Double down.
Besides the red crystal.
Zone C lost. You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
Yeah, exactly. You should... exactly what you said. It should be like the red crystal, right? And then it should be like a specific armor set bonus. That...
Zone A lost. Zone C captured. You have advantage.
Yeah, most of them are, ooh, pretty, they're done. That's all you need.
Zone B lost. Zone advantage is yours. Zone C lost.
That reminds me of
Zone
during
B
the stream.
captured.
Did you
have
see what one of the
advantage.
writers for Renegade said? She said, "I love the Sith because they consistently, they could always, no, they said they could consistently make the wrong, no, they said they always make the wrong choices when they can consistently make the right ones." I was like, whoa, that's, I'm like, are you talking about the Sith or are you talking about Bungie right there? Like, what are we talking about?
Zone C
Well,
captured.
that's not
Power
a
play.
Bungie
Keep the
like
pressure
employee.
on.
Like she was contracted. That's the Baldur's Gate writer. She was contracted for this story. So I almost feel like she was calling out Bungie because she's a smart cookie. So that to me seemed like she's like, what if I said this? Yeah.
Zone A lost. Enemy has zone
She's done a
advantage.
couple other things. Like she's written a lot of like different like games and stuff. But like I wouldn't say she's strictly a Bungie employee. But basically what I said is I just think that we need something big. Like every big DLC, when you think of big ones, it's usually just a new subclass.
5 minutes
And that's
left.
really what keeps
Keep it
people
up.
like interested in. And then these type of like where it's like, oh, a brand new set of weapons or new weapon archetype or whatever. Those are like the in-between patches, right? The problem is for the last like year to year and a half, all we've had are in-between patches. And we don't necessarily need like a big story where that costs a lot of money, right? But it would definitely be cheaper to make a new subclass and implement that for just a small story, as opposed to making this huge story that makes sense why there's a new subclass. And for PvP players, most PvP players aren't like, oh, what's the lore of how a hunter is able to shatter dive? I need to know why he has that ability.
Zone C lost.
We don't give a shit.
It's a power
We just
play.
want to shatter dive,
Get those
people.
zones back.
So if they start adding more things like that, that's going to be great. And I said I think the biggest thing they need to do, if they really wanted to swing, like, you know, for the fences, would to be add a new class. Not a subclass, another class completely, because one, everyone's going to talk about it. Two, everyone's going to say they're going to main it, but then probably go back to Hunter. We really want something new to master. That's
Zone
why
A
a lot of
captured.
PvP
You
veterans say
have advantage.
we need a Destiny 3, right? It's not that they think that that'll solve it, but in PvP at a certain level,
Zone
most of the
B
games kind of
lost.
solve it.
Enemy
this
has
time.
advantage.
So you either need to add a
Zone C
variable
captured.
so
You
large that
have
it
advantage.
will take months, if not a year, to solve. Or you just need to stop playing. Like, either the developer needs to add something like that, or if you're just like, I don't like this game because there's nothing new, it's like just the time to be.
The
But I think a new
enemy's
class would be
almost won.
what I would do. And as far as your idea for the invasions, I really wish I could just be
3 minutes
an
remaining.
idea guy over there. Like, I just give them ideas and then they implement them, and that's just my job. Because, like, you said that, and immediately mine
Zone
was,
B captured.
oh, well, that'd be
You
easy.
have
Just
advantage.
give them a Sith armor set that has a really good bonus for invading, that has, and then the 4-piece will have something that's kind of good in PvE, kind of good in PvP. Not excellent in both, but like kind of good.
Zone
And then
A
for the
lost.
ones
Enemy
defending
has
the invasion,
advantage.
give
Zone
them like a Luke
advantage is
Skywalker
yours.
set. So it's like the opposite. Literally just, it gives them bonuses for fighting invaders. It gives them bonuses for the 2-piece set. And then the same thing for the 4-piece. A little bit, pretty good in PvP.
You're
a little-
defeated.
Pretty good
Fight
in PvP.
again.
and then
Persistence
make them
is
both
key.
look good. Like, imagine if you could earn like the Luke Skywalker robes.
This
And
war
then
is for
you grind that
territory.
event. There's
One
it's
that you
nice
can
looking.
win.
The armor
Fight
gives you
another.
armor set bonuses. You're gonna want to grind it a lot because you're gonna want the stat split you want. And then as you're playing it, the more you play it, the better you'll get as a defender. The better you'll get as an invader. That to me is just simple. It won't be enough to make people like fully done, but the thing is we need like big changes, and every patch should come with a themed map, not just once a year. I actually think that a lot of us we put the bar in hell when we say that. Every patch should have a new map. There should be at least Star Wars maps. There should be at least 2. The last one, Edge of Fate, there were so many beautiful areas and sandboxes of Edge of Fate. There should have been multiple. This Eventide Ruins is a perfect like Europa looking map. It took them 3 years. Let's go check it out. You got Perfection Core and Hyperblade. That's cool. I mean, oh yeah, for sure. You could do like 2 reprise maps, like you're saying, a year, and 1 new map per year. Because making a new map is much harder than. But like, yeah, you reuse your assets. I don't like that argument where people go, "Oh my gosh, they reused that." Recently, Rick Cactus, for the first time in a long time, had me dying laughing. Somebody was upset in his chat because he's like, "That barrel's the same barrel from this DLC," and he goes, "Why the fuck would they make a new barrel if they have a perfectly good barrel already? You want them to spend an hour making? You want them to spend the money paying a guy to remake a barrel that looks slightly different when they could be making better weapons, better maps, better quests? What's wrong with you?" And that's exactly what you should do. Most games, you're gonna reuse assets. Like, they reused the Precious tunnel. It's a perfectly good tunnel. Why wouldn't they reuse it?
Double down. Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone C lost. You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
Hey, Rip 6. I'm just playing some Control, floating, practicing, and talking to Jingle.
Zone B lost. You have zone advantage. Zone A lost.
I mean, my argument to that would be is they have like thousands of unique models and thousands of... At some point, it's not going to be unique anymore, and for certain things, it's perfectly okay to reuse them. Like when people complain about, I don't know, a hand cannon being the same reskin, I'm like, most of the hand cannons look the same. Some of them have feathers, some of them have swoops, but like almost every like hand cannon is like the same base model, and then they slightly change things on it. That's what shaders are for.
That shut them down. Zone A captured. You have advantage. Zone C lost. You shut the enemy down. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
In fact, if it does change, they call it a bug and demand it to get fixed.
Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian. Zone A lost. Your enemy can't kill if they're dead. Zone A captured. You have advantage. Zone B lost.
So
5 minutes remaining. Shut the enemy down. Zone A lost. Your enemy has a power play. Zone A captured. You have advantage.
okay, to play devil's advocate
Zone
for that.
C lost.
That's
Your
not
enemy is
specific to
pushing for
PvP,
victory.
by the way.
Punish
In
them.
PvE, you could go kill the raid boss, do only 300,000 damage, and be the one that gets the raid exotic, where the guy that's done 50 raid clears has yet to get the raid
Zone C
exotic,
captured.
right?
You
He
have
does
zone
Sherpas, he has the highest damage, highest ad clear, he won't get the raid exotic. But the guy who did almost nothing on his first clear can get it. So, at the end of
Zone A lost.
you missed the correlation. You missed the correlation. So, the correlation is
Your
you're
enemy
performing
can't
better
kill
in
if they're
PvE,
dead.
yes. Also, your reward, even in PvP, is still RNG, right? Even if you say you get...
Zone B captured. You have zone advantage.
Yeah, but you can still get a shit roll, right?
You're defeated.
Just
Fight
because you got a tier 5 doesn't
Persistence
necessarily
is
mean
key.
you're gonna keep it.
This war is for territory. One that you can win. Fight another.
No. I missed the part where you said tiered loot. You just said better loot. So better, I was thinking like, just rolls of the weapon, because I'm like, so anybody that does bad in PvE or PvP can get the god roll that you want, right? Like, PvE, you could be farming an encounter for like 100 times and you not get the roll you want, and the guy will get like all 5 red borders, like back to back to back. And he's not really doing shit as far as performance. But if you're talking about tier system, I do think the tier system's kind of dumb. I do think that you should get a bonus in PvP for your tier loot for if you're a lower light. I didn't understand why the first people to go flawless when it first came out were getting like tier 2s, tier 3s. I thought that was like a big like slap in the face for people getting like the world's first for that weekend, like Pure Chill and all them. They're like, wow, I got a tier 2, and I'm like, that's not acceptable to get a tier 2. But that's also the same thing for like the world's first raid, right? The people that completed it because they weren't light enough, they were getting tier 1s and tier 2s, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So that's if we're talking about tier system, I think that's again not a PvP issue. I think that's an issue with the tier system because it's bad in both parts, right? Like the people doing world's first were only getting tier 1s, people getting flawlesses were only getting tier 2s, tier 3s. So I just think that it should be performance based, but it's not.
Power play. Keep the pressure on. Zone C lost.
Well, even now in the new raid, you can run
Zone
the
A
epic
captured.
version, the
You
harder
have zone
version,
advantage.
right? And if you don't have enough completions and enough feats and all that, you're still going to only get tier 2s, tier 3s. And it doesn't matter if you're bottom fragging or top fragging, you get the same rewards.
Zone B
That's the
lost.
correlation right there, that I'm saying none of it is none of it's performance, and it should be. Agreed. It should be
You
performance.
captured Zone C. You have advantage.
There's no point in going to the lighthouse because you get the same rewards whether you go flawless or not.
Zone B captured. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. Zone B lost. 5 minutes left. Keep it up. Zone A lost.
I mean, that's I agree with you there. I think when people go
Zone
they
C
say they hate
lost.
FOMO,
Power
fear of
play.
missing out.
Enemy
I think
has your
sometimes
zone.
it's okay to
Zone
miss
B
out.
captured.
If somebody plays every day and they're earning loot and you play once a month, I don't think it's reasonable to expect to get the same amount of loot as that person in a looter shooter. As far as what you're saying, where people are like, I think that there's two lighthouse passages and they should reflect those two mindsets. There should be a lighthouse passage for you and I in mind that really just want to grind, play against the best, and we get more rewards for that. And for the people who just want to play and practice, it should be almost purely like cosmetics. And the reason why it should be purely cosmetics or wins don't matter is because if you make it so that playlist is just easier, there will be a good group of sweats that will farm the players trying to do easy. So the only way to keep them out is if the rewards aren't very good. If you want good rewards, play the other
You
passage.
captured Zone C.
Like
Zone
that's
advantage
how
is yours.
that's how you would do it. That's how you can make the playlist, because it's already separated by those two passages. If you want to make it so it appeases both sides, just make it so it does both sides. That way there's no argument. Oh, you want this sick ass weapon?
You have zone advantage.
And all this? Cool. Come play this. You oh, you want this specific glow? Well, you gotta go flawless. You can't go flawless on that passage. And but they can still get the other same cosmetics, the same shaders, the same ships, the same ghosts, the same armor. And maybe not tier 5 weapons, maybe just give them tier 4 weapons, because maybe the tier 5s are the new adepts in PvP. Just
You're
like
winning.
back in the day, if
Stay
you wanted
strong.
an adept raid weapon, you had to play the master raid. So if you and it's harder. So
Zone C lost. Two for one.
yeah.
You captured Zone B. You have advantage. Zone A
Well,
lost.
it's not. I wouldn't say it's specific to Destiny. I would say it's just kind of people in general. People in general don't really know how to lose with grace, or win with grace for that matter, and they don't really want to fight for the rewards. I'm generalizing.
1
There's definitely people
minute.
that do.
You
But
have
generally
this.
speaking, the videos that track the best are best farm, best way to get infinite currency, best way to get infinite glimmer, best way to get infinite
Zone A
cores.
captured.
Like, right? Like,
you have zone
people aren't
advantage.
like looking.
One final push and victory is yours.
They're not clicking on how to hone your aim, and it's like a long 30-minute video of like, this is what you should be doing every day. People aren't going to click on that the same way as
Zone
this one will
C
give you
captured.
infinite
You have
upgrade
zone
cores
advantage.
back in the day when
30
people were
seconds stand
hurting
between
for
you
upgrade
and
cores.
victory.
like that. And that's not just like video game related, that's people related too. Which place has the best deal? Which place can I work the least to get the most? Like, that's just kind of a lot of
A
people in
victory
general.
well executed.
And that it kind of just spills over into gaming. Personally, I really like the challenge, but
Your
I also
victory
know
gives
that
the
a lot of
city hope,
people,
Guardian.
like for me, when I fight Omelet, Defizzle, and somebody else, I'm excited. But a lot of people, when they see that matchup, they dread. They're upset. They're like, why would you put me against these people? But you and I are in the minority. Most people are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yes. Yeah. Yep, one of the best controller players, and Panda is one of the best players in the game. Period. People, I don't know, they talk about him, but I think they sleep on him. He's one of the few people that will give like a. I just think there's room for both, and I think that where the room is I think the problem is a lot of casuals. It's like the common phrase, they want to get their cake and eat it too. A lot of them aren't okay missing out. If you're a casual player, unfortunately, you are gonna miss out on things. For like same thing for like any hobby, right? If you're a casual, I don't know, car enthusiast, you're not gonna go to every car show. You're not gonna place every car show. And it's the same thing for Destiny, where I would say casual is like tier 1 to tier 3 loot. And honestly, tier 3 loot is good enough for almost every build and activity in the game. Tier 4 is probably a little bit more far high end, because tier 4 can get up to 75. So it can get up to the same stat split as tier 5. And tier 5 is really just because it looks cool for the PvP players, but it's mainly for the PvE players because it gives you a little bit more DR. Other than that, like the final 2 tiers, that's, I would say, is for endgame. Everything else is for the casual player. And if you're a casual player and you have a god roll tier 3 and you only play like, I don't know, once a week, 3 times a month, you shouldn't be upset that it's not a tier 5. Why would you expect to have a tier 5? You don't play. And it's okay to not play. You probably play other games, you probably do other things, you probably have a better social life than me and Jolly here. So, like... Oh, you know what? I never even thought about that. But that'd be cool if they had like, because they made like they made this junction for Rift, right? And it played well on Rift. If they made like, yeah, like a map pack, like 3 to 5 for trials, and you had to play trials to play those maps, that would be pretty cool.
Control.
Wavy. I love the enthusiasm, but I'll have to get to know you a little bit first.
Belongs to you now.
That just made me laugh pretty hard. Well, I also think that another thing they could do, cause like, honestly, tier 3s are the equivalent of old adepts stat-wise. I don't know if you knew that. So tier 5s are better than old adepts. So I think it'd be kind of cool if instead of like a tier 5, like instead of going to like a tier 6, like we don't need to just add more power creep. For trial, like flawless weapons or master raids or, you know, like harder stuff, why not just like a unique look?
Zone A
like it's a tier 5, but not a chance. Every time you go flawless, that weapon has a unique look, and you could make it seasonal, where it's like, oh wow, where do you get that cool? I'll just say Shires, because when I think trials, I think Shires. Where do you get that cool looking Shires? Oh, you had to go flawless in season whatever to get this tier 5. And then that's fine, because then people are like, ooh, well, I gotta play because I don't want to miss out. Like, you need FOMO to make people want to play. Because if you just think, well, I can get this at any time doing whatever I want, however I want. Well, that's kind of to my that's kind of my point. It illustrates my point on Discord when you said, like, when I was saying, like, if they didn't want us to use new stuff, they wouldn't, like, you know, basically soft sunset. Like, that's what they do with Rose and Riposte. They made it so new players can't run those. I think it's a bad decision, but I'm just saying, like, that's them deciding they want you to use new shit. Wavy?
Zone B lost.
I know you? I don't remember. I'm sorry if
You captured Zone A. Zone advantage
how do we know each other?
Yours. Zone C lost. Zone B
oh,
captured.
I see.
Zone advantage is yours.
I could agree with you on like a micro
Zone
level,
A
like,
captured. Zone
oh, my
advantage
shotgun
is
whiff,
yours.
or that guy is lagging, or there's like there's a no reg on this person, right? So now I lose this fight and it's not my fault. Like, that is kind of aggravating. On a macro level, where you're like, because at first you phrased it when you just lose matches when you do everything right. There isn't really a way to have any game where you have like 100% win rate, even if you're like the best player. You like loss is part of
Zone
like
A
playing.
lost.
Like
Zone B lost.
for example,
Your
like
enemy
any
has a
game that
power
I've
play.
reached, like Overwatch or what's the other game, Marvel Rivals, or those type of hero games, I've reached top 500 in all of them. But again, it's still with like a 70% win rate. 30% of the time I'm losing, and it's not like, oh, those 30% of the time I just played like dog shit. It's a team game, and in a game mode like this where you're reliant on two other people, the only reason you're gonna win a match in a 3v3 and your teammates did everything wrong and you did everything right, you're just that much better than the enemies. If everyone's equally skilled, there's just going to be matches you're going to lose and there's nothing you can do. And personally, I understand some people get frustrated by, oh, there's nothing you can do. Personally, I feel liberated because I'm like, oh, it's no one's fault. I don't need to worry about it. I just need to maintain a 70% win rate and I'll get to this rank. I don't need to care about, oh, I lost this one. And I found that so liberating once I like flipped that on its head, that I'm just like, oh, I'll just lose sometimes and it's okay. I'll just like wait to queue so I don't get this teammate again, or I'll like, in some games you can avoid teammates. I'll just avoid this teammate, won't see him for a couple of weeks, and we'll just move on.
Zone A lost.
Mm-hmm.
Zone B
That's
lost.
lame for sure.
It's a power play. Get those zones back. captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours.
Yeah.
Zone A lost. Zone C lost. Power play. Enemy has your zone. 3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours. You have zone advantage. Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent.
Yeah.
Zone B lost. You captured Zone C. You have advantage. I envy your strength, Titan. Zone A lost. You're almost there. Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. Zone C lost.
Also could be vindictive people that once you tell them not to do something or to do something different, they're going to do the opposite, right? Now, I ask you, how many times have you put in
1 minute.
the voice, like the text
now.
chat, and it worked, and it worked. So that's why I don't do it anymore, man. Because I've probably played more trials matches than you, and I'm telling you, I've probably put it in 1,000 times. Like, hey, this round we should go left instead of just running out in the middle. And one time, a guy went bet and went with me, and we won the round. And honestly, I was stupefied. So I just don't expect anything from that. And if anything, I'm just gonna say, nice try, GG's. Even if it was a horrible try, they missed. I saw a hunter on my team shoot his last word, right? Missed all 8 shots on a man. Threw a knife, dodged, shot all 8 shots again, threw another knife, missed 16 shots, 2 knives, died, and I went, nice try, man. Because positive reinforcement is going to be better than being like, dude, what the fuck was that? How are you going to miss 16 shots and 2 knives? Because now is he going to be better? Yeah, if I say, hey, dude, that was ass, is he going to be like, you right, man? And then he just starts hitting like 3 taps with last word every. No, he's probably either A, gonna quit, B, or play worse, or C, just text all game saying how he hates me because I said something. So like, it's better to say something positive if you're gonna use the text chat. Other than that, I don't see any point. And what I say is, in my mind, if that's one of those, it sucks because in trials you have to win 7 in a row, right? But if you think about how many times you've been flawless, you've probably been at the gates of Lighthouse and fell just as many times. So what I tell myself is, if I'm playing a hero game, I go, oh, this is just one of those 30% games. That's what I say out loud. I'm like, this is just one of those 30% games. We lose, cool. And I don't say that like negatively. I don't say that upsetly. I'm still going to play the game the way I should play. Maybe they'll turn it around. Maybe they don't. But I've put myself in a mindset that it's okay. We probably lose this. And the same thing for Destiny. I'm like, okay, this looks like we're resetting the card. And you just say it in a happy tone. Like, oh, I love resetting the card. And then you just... And the next thing you'll know is maybe next card you'll just breeze through and go flawless. But if you focus on like, why wouldn't they listen to me? What the hell is wrong with them? How could that guy miss so much? You're gonna get yourself into a tizzy. That's gonna blow up into the next match. And if that guy if you're inspecting somebody while you're dead, and you see another mistake, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, they're all bad. And then it's gonna like carry that into the third game, and then it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. Where you could just be like, move on. It's kind of like don't bring your baggage from the previous game to the next. No. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, that guy I talked about with the last word, that actually happened on stream. I got him 4 times in a row in trials, by the way, as a teammate. And the second time, he killed himself with his blade barrage. The third time, he was on Spectral Blade, and it was Endless Veil weekend, and he went to go uppercut somebody on the outside, fell off the cliff with his Spectral Blades. So the fourth time, when it showed he was on my team, I went, oh, hell nah. And I just switched characters. I was like,
I know you can fight.
we're running spec. I'm like, no hate to you, man. I'm sure you're trying. I'm sure you're just having a good time. But I can't, man. You're making me twitch.
You captured Zone C.
Like, just
Enemy
stop.
claimed Zone A.
Take it as a compliment, man. Mm-hmm.
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
You got this.
Zone C lost. You captured Zone A. You have zone advantage.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Zone A lost. You captured Zone A. You have advantage. Zone A lost.
No, no. We played together and we won. We won most. There's a couple of like
you captured
losses
Zone
that
A.
some
Zone
were my fault,
advantage
some were
is
your fault.
yours.
That's kind of just how it goes. But I would say that no, you shouldn't really. You should have complementary playstyles. I wouldn't necessarily say you need to change for your team. But what I would say though is if you aren't pushing that angle with your teammate or peeking that angle, and you're not saying, "Hey, I'm not looking at this. I don't like this angle." I wouldn't say it's baiting, but I would say that it's bad like teamwork. Like you could definitely say, "Hey, this is a bad angle. I'm not pushing it." And if they go in anyways, they die. That's their fault. But if you just backed out and said nothing, that would be yeah. If you call it out and they don't listen, then that's on them. If you don't call it out and you leave, I would say that's
You captured Zone
it's on
C.
both of you.
That's
Like
a power
he's
play.
not
You
noticing
took
his
them,
teammate
now
leaving,
hold
right?
them.
But also like you're not calling it out. So I would agree with you. I remember JP. He and I have had a couple of conversations. Different one? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Zone C lost. 5 minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on. Zone A lost. You captured Zone C. You have zone advantage. You captured Zone A. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. Zone A lost.
Oh, sounds like a game sense issue on his part. Like
3
if I'm being
Hold
like
strong,
completely
and
for
this
real, it just
battle
sounds
is
like
yours. Zone advantage
he
is yours.
is.
Zone B lost.
I mean, even you from a year ago to now, you've improved a lot. So you probably just aren't in the similar like skill bracket anymore, and there might be some. Like I said, I don't know him. I don't know like the situation, but I've had it happen before where like people get like resentment towards me, or they're upset that some creators know about me, and I'm like, I didn't go out of my way to do this. So that can happen, or could be that you just guys don't have complementary playstyles. Like there are some people that I really enjoy their personality. I really enjoy talking to. I really enjoy hanging out with. But I won't play anything serious with them because I know that I'm just going to disagree.
Zone A captured. You have advantage. Zone C lost.
Yeah.
1 minute. Won't be long now. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. One after another. "30 seconds remain. Finish them." Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
I think you and I
End
have
them.
had pretty good experiences, but
Victory is all I ask. Good. Impressive. You could give the Red Jacks a lesson in territory control.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I personally think it should be solos or trios. I'd love to remove duos. So you either play as a team or you only play as free for all. I've heard the other argument for it where people go, okay, well, what if I want to just play with one buddy? And I'm like, well, this is going to encourage you to widen your friends list because you're going to LFG for a third. And that's how most people, like Blader and I, we started off as LFGs, and then we've done 300 plus carries together. So without that LFG, we never would have met. Most people are so afraid to talk to strangers, they don't realize everybody started off as a stranger. Everybody in your life, including your parents, even just for a bit, everyone was a stranger till you got to know them, I should say. You. Yeah. Oh, but by the way, I still, like I said, I really liked your stream with the NF thing. But you know, I hope this isn't TMI, but after your stream, I went to go listen to the. I had worked a hard day, and every now and then I'll like take like a salt bath for my muscles, right? So this is important. I went to listen to the album again, and I got emotional, and I cried again, and I forgot I was in a salt bath, and so I rubbed my eyes with the salt water, and I was like, and my wife hears from the other side of the house, I'm a dumbass. And she comes in, and she's like, what happened? I'm like, She's like, oh my gosh, why are your eyes so red? I'm like, I put salt in them. She goes, why? And I'm like, as I said, I'm a dumbass. Like, please review the previous statement. It will cover any and all questions. But yeah, that was just like funny. You did a good job with it, man. I really liked seeing you do that. Yeah, I think it was good. I've not saying definitely do more of it, but I definitely enjoyed seeing that side of you and that content a little bit more than some of the stuff I've seen. So seemed like I got to get to know you a little bit more. Weird foot person. That's a thing that Jolly does, by the way. If there's any type of intimacy conversation or anything like that, Jolly has to throw in some type of foot joke or elbow joke or something like that. Oh, I'm sure they call you the foot guy. Also, take this with a grain of salt. I've noticed that in some of your videos. It's not necessarily serious. Some of it comes off as just hopelessness, man. I would try to like remember that not everyone is like a game. A lot of people have different mindsets. Like the last weekend, I spent the whole weekend in another town playing Magic the Gathering with my friends. They hadn't touched Destiny in like 6 months. They asked me what was new, and I told them, "Oh, there's gonna be a Mandalorian set. There's gonna be like lightsabers," and then the whole time they're like, "That's sick. That's cool. That's awesome." Not once did they ask, "Is there any new maps? Is there any problems? Is it the same old, same old?" So, Star Wars shit. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go play. That's like kind of how the majority of people are. I would say like 20% of your videos are pretty fun and pretty introspective, but I would say
take those zones, Guardian.
At least the ones popping up on my For You page. A lot of them seem like I'm just like, man, Jolly should change his name to like sad. He just seems sad.
You captured Zone A. Enemy claims Zone C.
I know a lot don't, because you'll tag me in one and it's gone. And you'll tag me in one at the same day and it's gone.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage. Enemy claimed Zone B.
Yeah.
Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Oh yeah. I think that's definitely a strategy, and it's definitely going to be working for you, man. I think I'm the opposite, where I'm just like, if I post it and it only gets like 20 like video views, I'm like, I'm proud of it, man. I'm just going to leave it up. Yeah.
Zone C lost. Enemy has advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's on my phone. I could do it on my PC though. I have a pretty nice PC, but most of the time I'm just sitting outside with my dogs when I edit. Oh yeah.
You have zone advantage.
No, I could do that. I do all my stuff on another app and then I remove it. I'm trying out a
Zone C lost. Enemy has advantage.
So no, I use another app to edit, and then I will render it, then I'll upload it on TikTok, YouTube, and all that. As far as montages, I just don't think I post montages because I think that they're fun. I don't post them because I think that they're going to be views. Every Destiny creator does montages. For example, no hate to Thick and Thermic. I really like their content, and I think their stuff is good. And I can notice the difference in how they flick, how they slide. But the average player is going to see those two videos and have no idea that they're different players. And that's the case for most montages. The only reason mine kind of stand out is because I use weapons people don't use. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. So I was like, wonder what I could add to it. I could have an animated duck that moves around that I drew. That's interesting. What if I do like a meme at the bottom? And I'm probably going to start having like memes like walk, because I'm actually pretty good at editing for my phone and on the PC. But I'm probably going to start having memes walk up on the thing. Like, so your idea is like good. But a lot of the times I do all of my editing one day and then I just post throughout the week. So
5 minutes remain.
So like I do it in batches, and so that's why you'll notice like style change just suddenly, because I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna do this week. And I think as far as montages, because most of them kind of look the same as far as Destiny creators, the people that really stand out and that have the most views are the people that it's not just face scan, it's personality. Like Miz, Sticky Miz, whether you like his takes or not, people know him by his voice and him yelling at the beginning of the video, or yelling at the end of the video, or at the beginning of the video. Sorry. So people know them for their personality, right? Most people, maybe they don't know that you're a warlock if they're aware of you or like your montages, but they know that, hey, that's Jolly. It does help that you, and I mean this nicely, but you kind of are an interesting looking person, right? Like the tattoos on the neck and the things like that, right? Like it immediately pops. Like people are like, who's this guy? And then you're like, Destiny meme, Destiny joke, this. Like, oh, he likes Destiny. So people are gonna know you as like I know people who like, you ask for a Titan barricade at Home Depot. People like know you for like some of your like meme stuff, your real life stuff, right? But that's because that's your personality. You're the niche as a creator. People are looking at that. So I just do the montages because I think that they're fun. The real life stuff is the stuff I care about more, like the advice where I have like where basically I write down something that and organize it, and then I just kind of like freestyle what I have written down, and then I just, put captions over it. That stuff I care way more about, and it usually does better view-wise because that is the reason people, like, I say people watch me for SMGs, but most people watch me because they,
3 minutes.
Based on the questions I get, because they're not like, my chat's very different than like a normal TK Titan player. A lot of times those chats are people just shitting on other players, kind of yelling at each other, etc., etc. But most people who come to me, they ask me my advice on things or my roles on things. Like, I'm an information channel. And so that's my niche. some people want entertainment, so they're not going to come to me for entertainment.
Zone A lost. Enemy has advantage. Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
Yeah, most people that they don't like that Titans can do a thing. Same thing for Blink. Besides knockout, there's no reason Titans shouldn't have Blink. We don't have like Backrus or a few other things that we don't have Astrocyte, so we'd still be the worst at Blink, right? But people don't want Titans to have Blink because they don't want Titans to have it. Like that's honestly their reason.
Zone A captured. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. 1 minute. You have this. I could not ask for a better victory. Your victory gives the city hope, Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm listening. I mean, yeah. I mean, no, no, it's totally fine. But that's the thing, that the conversations you heard where I talk about things like that's how we became friends, despite your despite your thoughts being this guy's a Titan. Like and how I've like changed how you've looked at PvP and things is that's just the style of video I've been doing because that's how most people make a connection with me one-on-one. So might as well do that. At large. As far as your, yeah, Warlocks don't really have a lot of one taps, but Winter's Guile with Glaives, that's gonna be a thing, and that's gonna be insane. So. Oh, for sure. And it's too fast for you to stop it. Yeah. And they compare that with Winter's Guile, by the way, to either make it so after one kill they start one tapping. So Titans can't do that anymore because they changed Banner of War. So Warlocks can do it. And Warlocks also have oh crap, Karnsteins, and that gives you almost a full heal on the one kill too. So they have arms that fit it better that actually are based on what you do. And then if you're talking about hunters being able to one punch, they have flyers. So, but here's the thing though, is like you hate everyone but warlocks, and I like all the classes, and I'm just like celebrating. I'm celebrating. I'm like, so after 8 years, finally Titans can get in the air and actually have some in-air play, where hunters have always had it and Dawnblades have always had it. So cool, Titans can finally do something the other classes could do. I love it. And you're like, fuck Titans, and I'm like, and I say, we got fucked for 8 years. We weren't allowed to do in-air stuff till now. So okay, so if you're talking about drip, I think that there's someone in Titan's corner. I think we do get some of the best drip. If we're talking about like PvE balance, they love warlocks in PvE when it comes to abilities. If it comes to drip, yeah, they gave us Mando, they gave us stormtroopers, they gave us like it's I know they're awesome, and there's wings on the back. There's wings on the back for the Titan. You know I'm gonna rock those. I'm a bird, man. I'm like, you're giving me, literally, I'm a bird, man. You're giving me wings? Yes. Yeah. I'm super excited, but no, for me. And then you said the like last thing to address. You said, um, you should have to like there should be a trade-off, or you should have to invest to be able to do the in-air stuff. I think running the exotic is the investment, because you can't run dunes, you can't run peacekeepers, you can't run one-eyed mask, you can't run feedback. And if you don't like that argument, then you're you're the same people that wants stompies to be nerfed, right? Because like the reason that stompies got nerfed is they said, and transversives they want to get nerfed is because they said, well, you just get to sprint and slide faster for free. That's kind of what an exotic does, right? It just lets you do stuff, and that's what this exotic does. Oh, I don't. I don't take any Titan slander. I don't take any slander of any class serious. I think if you slander a class, you just don't have enough hours on the class. Oh, I would still say it's worse than Dawnblade for sure, because like we don't have like Phoenix Dive, so we don't have a way to get down quickly. We don't really have a good, like I think Celestial Fire is one of the best melees to pair for in-air stuff, right? So I think that it'll be pretty good on two subclasses, the ones that have like movement with the melee. But if we don't have the melee up, we're sitting duck. We don't have a dive, where Dawnblade has 4 seconds on the Icarus dash. It has the Phoenix dive, which is like, what, 18 seconds if you build into it right? So you can always play around having a dodge and dive, where we have a dodge maybe up every 35 seconds, 40 seconds. So it's not nearly as good. But I'm glad it's a start. Like, I actually get to use something in the air. I've definitely gotten some hate messages already, because a lot of these console players they're like, "Why are you floating?" Another map. Not for you, but It's definitely better. I think for you, what's going to change more is the size of the rift, right? So now teammates can use your rift without bumping into you, at least as normal. But what it does change is Shadebinder, because now they can they can sprint, slide, and then freeze you. And then that does change it for the new Strand Warlock, because they can be in Weave Walk, Slide, Rift, and you can't stop them, and they'll suspend you. You're not seeing that yet because we're still early in the DLC, but I'm telling you, Strand Warlock is going to be pissing off people real soon. And I'm going to be over here floating. I'm going to love it. Oh. That's the best. Oh, that's so cool. That's cool. Yeah, yeah.
Take those zones, Guardian. Victory demands it.
Is who I would consider, like, if I had to choose like a best all-rounder, I choose him.
Enemy claimed Zone A.
Oh yes, I've lost against him. Yes, for sure.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Yes. Yeah. Glides, yep. Yeah, exactly. That's what I always say, that like movement for the sake of movement is just gonna make some like the normal player die faster, right? That's why I don't think, I'll let you get back to it, but that's segue, natural segue. That's why I don't think the line rampant is a big change, because you still have to hit your shots. You still have to float at the right time, right? Like a lot of people complain about Dawn Blades floating, but most floating Dawn Blades suck. You just shoot them out of the sky. So should have stayed in the game.
Captured. You have zone advantage. Enemy has
I
advantage.
think I should have stayed in the game. I that was way more interesting.
Zone A captured. You have advantage.
Sure, you got the mid first, but you died first. Good, congrats.
Zone C captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah. Same thing for my glaive skate. I actually would go across people trying to copy me, and I would just kill them. Like, they weren't effective with it.
Zone A lost.
I was like kind of the ones that
For one.
popularized it, yeah.
3 opponents down.
Not right now. Like, Smoke's a lot better, Tempest Strike's a lot better. Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't disagree that it's annoying. It is annoying. But just because it's annoying doesn't mean it's broken, right? Oh, I definitely could be, sure.
Zone C lost. Enemy has advantage.
No, I'll agree with you that we benefit off melee more. Yeah, like that's what we are. We're the melee class. So anything that's melee related, we will. Yeah.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage. Zone B lost. Enemy has zone advantage. Five minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on. Zone C lost. It's a power play. Get those zones back. Zone A captured. Zone A lost. Power play. Enemy has your zones. Zone C captured.
The reason why you didn't notice it is because there just wasn't a lot of lightning surges. Our Warlock kind of sucks, right? So you just didn't see it. But it's always done. It's always done double
Zone
damage.
C
That's not
lost.
necessarily
Power play.
a.
Enemy has your
It's not
zone.
because it's stacking. It's just because Lightning Surge does 2 instances of damage. It does the damage and it does the jolt, but also it can knock you against walls, and if there is another person next to them, it will sometimes double jolt. That's just a jolt thing. I do think that you
Don't
probably
let
noticed
your
it more
enemy
because
take
of
this
Prismatic,
without
but
a
just
fight.
that's because there was more Lightning Surges. Oh, that's an exploit. You can do that on purpose. I could show you how to do that. Warlocks have been able
You're defeated. Fight
to
again.
instant
Persistence
double
is
melee
key.
for 2 years. I just don't talk about it that often because I think it's dumb. But yeah,
No,
that's
not
something.
This time. Controlling those zones is the only path to victory.
Yeah, you can make melee Zwift. For sure. But I would say though, as somebody that I have a 2,000 hours on Warlock. Maybe not till like the last year and a half or so. Warlocks haven't been really known for their melees, but since Prismatic was introduced, since they keep buffing Void Warlock, giving it 2 grenades, 2 melees, the melee can now go 30 feet, travel around corners, and track like crazy. I think that the reason Warlocks don't get that much shit is because people don't play Warlock and they don't know. But if people knew and they started playing more Warlocks, I think Warlocks would get similar shit as Titans. There's a lot of really strong melees on Warlock. There is more Warlocks, yes, but again, it's not at the level of Hunter, and also it's not at the level of meme as Titan, right? Every creator on the planet goes Crayon Eater this, Punch Melee this, Happy Pig this, Monkey this, Beak Ape this, and that's only for Titans. I'm saying if the meme was more popular, or they were aware of what Warlocks could do with melees, it would be similar, but also, like, I just think that's kind of what makes the I don't say that as like the complaint or like place blame. I think what makes this game fun is the cool abilities. Like, the game is supposed to be fun, and yeah, Warlocks right now they're kind of cooking with their grenades. They're kind of like Void Warlock in particular. When they throw that grenade and I see like 6 Seekers spawn, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and I shoot all of them, and then they throw another one and there's 6 more. I'm like, what are we doing? And then they'll throw both their melees around the corner. The only thing I'm happy about is that means, okay, now it's on cooldown for a little bit, right? In the past, when hunters had shit like that, they just dodge and start throwing more. Like, it was like a monkey was throwing shit at you, and they were just reaching back to their ass to throw more shit. So I'm so glad that that's not there anymore. So right now, I just got I'm playing Control while we're playing, right? And this is what I'm getting from the community for running a glaive. And to let you know why the glaive thing just is really weird to me. Yes, there's the drones that people say that just run around smacking people, right? I am one of the few that does shoot a lot with it, because I like making diamond lances. Like, they're a very balanced weapon. Not balanced as in competitive. I'm just saying, like, there's balanced as in they have good melee usage and they have good shooting usage. Different. But in my they might be in my stream, they might be not, but right here, if you, the guy starts off with, "Hello, princess. I'm so effing pregnant. Hinra does not know you. 6 stacking glaives and losing, embarrassing." I think only one of us is using a glaive. Glaives. Can you, a bunch of like asterisks. I want you. Let's make a movie. Love me. Please. Even though you're 400 pounds. Like, I get messages like this on the daily for running a weapon that's there was a weekend where there was only 3,000 glaive final blows. That was below every heavy, and the highest was hand cannons at 1 million, and it's used by the least played subclasses too. Like, that's what plays the best with glaives. So Strand Warlock, Behemoth. So it is by used on the least subclasses. It's the least used weapon, the least final blows weapon, and everyone hates me. And guess what? I have screenshots of you, bitches, 6 months ago saying, "I think it's so cool that you run a glaive. It's so off meta." The only thing that's changed is and it still is off meta. Now this guy's telling me to put it in. The only thing that is different or changed is the melee stat. I don't run a high melee stat. It's never... But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't value people's opinions when it comes to weapons. Because even your friends will change vastly over 4 months. They'll be like, yeah, there's multiple times, and I have screenshots of it, where you're like, Sai's so cool because he uses glaives, and nobody uses glaives, and he wrecks people like Buoyancy with them. And then now you're like, I hate all glaives. Glaives are stupid. And it's like, that's okay. And guess what? In 6 months from now, they'll nerf them, and you'll be like, I think it's so cool that you're running glaives still. You ran them when they were good, you ran them when they were bad, because that's just how people are, man. So why get in a tizzy or upset about it? That's okay. You know what I can do if you do that? I can scroll. I'll hurt that watch time, man. And I'm not doing it to expose you. I'm just doing it to like make a point that people will say these things, and 4 months later, because the popular opinion is to shit on them, people are gonna shit on them. And if 4 months from now people think that they're bad, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, using a glaive is throwing." And guess what? Nothing's fundamentally changed about that. So.
Control.
Yeah. They're not known as the book readers for sure.
Move in and take those zones. They are your life. Enemy claimed Zone A. Zone C captured. Enemy claimed Zone B. You captured Zone A. You have advantage. Double down, and that's why we have fire teams.
I mean, that's just how people are. For example, like when I was in high school, if you liked anime, you were a loser. Nowadays, everyone's talking about their anime watch list and things like that. And I could be bitter and be like, no, you can't like anime. You made fun of me for liking anime when I was a kid. Or I could just be like, cool, they like anime too. Like, I think that's just a much
B.
Healthier response. I think the only time I've ever been offended by a glaive comment is somebody told me, you inspire me to run glaives. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I inspect him, and he's running Rat King, Feedback Sense, Strand Titan, Glaive. And I'm like, I've never ran that in my life. Like, you just went to invis, feedback, like none of that's anything I've ever ran before, and I've never mained Strand Titan. But for sure, I'm glad that I inspired you to be a degenerate.
Zone A lost. You're falling behind.
I don't know. Are you gonna roast me about where it placed me? I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you, dude. It was crazy because like I won 5 of my 7 games, and the 2 that I lost, I had a 2.0 in one and a 4.0 in the other. So like it wasn't like, oh, I did bad, and they're like gold, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gold this season.
You have advantage.
You,
Zone B lost.
I think it's because I hadn't played comp in literally 4 months. Because you know, if you don't play like your certain amount per week, like it degrades you, like your rankings. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone B
You placed
captured.
Ascendant this season?
You have advantage.
You placed Ascendant this season? Okay, okay. Oh yeah.
Zone B lost. Double down.
Yeah.
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
What happened to your Twitch, Sinkle?
Zone A lost.
Mm-hmm.
Zone A captured. You have zone advantage. 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah. But no, I plan on playing more comp and all that. I'll be playing more often. I was just trying out some different loadouts. But no, I just thought it was funny. I didn't take it offensively. I don't really take most things offensively because I was just like, I don't know, I'll hit Ascendant. I've never not hit Ascendant. It'll be, if it takes me a little bit longer because they placed me lower, cool. I'm just too busy listening to that NFL one. Okay. Yeah.
Zone B lost. Three minutes.
I'll need to work on that list and then I'll post it in the next few hours. But I'm probably gonna go join this other call since I've been playing with some other people. But I really enjoyed the conversation with everybody. Everybody being mean and jolly.
You have zone advantage.
You did. You hit your character limit. My bad.
Zone C captured.
We?
That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. Zone A lost.
I would just say, alright, that's enough.
The enemies almost won.
Yeah, I would have to give us topics and then have to give us limits on the topics. Well, I'd have to give, I think, Jolly limits on it.
Your enemy can't kill
Yeah,
if
I
they're
would be
dead.
down.
Zone B lost.
By the way,
It's
he's a
power
duck,
play.
by the way.
Get those zones back. Your enemy has defeated you.
I'll give you the anecdote for that. He asked me if he could join the clan, right? And I just thought I'd just surprise him. I sent him a
Got to
clan
hold
invite.
those zones.
He
Maybe
whispered,
next time,
and then he
Guardian.
whispers me and goes, "Hey, check Discord." And I said, and I whispered back, "Check your clan invites." And he's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." I just thought it'd be funny. He's like, "Is there any room in your clan? I'll just send him a clan invite. There's your answer." And then he was just like, "Bro, respond to your DMs." And I'm like, "This is ruining my surprise, Ace." Yeah. Yeah, gotcha. Later. Thank you. I am in the voice call now. Either way, though. I know, he just like kept saying like stuff over and over and over, and I think he was watching the stream for a little bit because I was reading it to the chat, and they were like, and he was like, "No, it's because of your claims," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he's like, because he would respond in a whisper to what I would say to stream. So, very odd. Very, very odd behavior. I was just like, okay. I mean, fair. Now I know how, like, I guess, like, girls must feel when they get, like, unsolicited DMs, right? Like, I've never been hit on like that. Even if he was just being completely sarcastic, I was just like, geez, calm down, dude. Type with both hands. I didn't respond to any of it. At first, he started off the conversation with "Hello, princess. I love the glaive," and I think I said "ooh woo," and then I just moved on from my day. And then I got like 25 whispers in a row. I was like, "Ah, shit! I shouldn't have said ooh woo. Fuck." I thought he was being cringe, so I thought I was being cringe back. Whispers? No, I don't think so. I don't think I can click on it. I have his Bungie ID, so I don't really know how I can report him. I would like to. But very fun, very cool. I'm over here just like trying to organize the Crater tourney, talking to chat, playing with you guys, and then this guy's just going crazy in my DMs, like crazy wild style, and I'm just like, what is happening? Yeah, because I'm just like, I'm no longer interested in stabbing him. It worked. Good for him. He's discovered a new tech. Yeah, that's what I call it. I'll be like, hey wife, I discovered the new tech, and she'll be like, go away. Tech unlocked. Yeah, you just say tech unlocked, man. Oh my gosh, was it Hex texting me? Jeez. Stream sniping to her to harass me is wild. That's so funny. Man, you could definitely join in, but I guess just new conversation. That's a new one. He draws the line at monkey feet. I love it. Turns out Alex has like a pet monkey, and he's like, no, nothing about the feet. What is this called? I can't remember, but yeah. Yes, but you in some you can still care for them, like the smaller monkeys. If they get above the size of like a Pomeranian, they're usually not okay. It's like the real tiny monkeys, like what Ross had in Friends. And even then, you need like special permits for usually. And even then, those little ones, they can rip your eyes out. So like, just because they're little doesn't mean they're not scary. You want to? Oh, okay, the little alligator things. But why? What about them appeals to you? Just like their big lizard, or? Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they're giant dinosaurs. Because like normal dinosaurs are much bigger than them, so I wouldn't say that. How small do you think T-Rexes were? Yeah. Well, no. Yes. So's your mom. Yes.
Control.
You're talking about time period? I think, unfortunately, Myth, you and I are too we're too specific about this topic. You and I, you're correct, but most people when they say dinosaur, they
No
don't even really
zones
know that there's a difference
means
between
no
like the
victory.
Jurassic era and
Take
different
them
eras,
and
or that
crush your enemy.
sometimes there's 150 million years between the like two species. So you're
Zone C captured. Enemy claimed Zone A.
you are correct that there was a species a long time ago that was
Zone B
during one of the
captured. You have zone
periods that
advantage.
like the crocodilians were related to, but what we call dinosaurs, none of them are related to. Or what the experts call dinosaurs, like the people in the field call dinosaurs. What normal people call dinosaurs, or not normal, but what people who don't know about the period myth, usually anything that's like that old, they just refer to it all as a blanket term dinosaur. Is it incorrect? Yes, but that's what they mean.
Zone
Was it
C lost.
Pierport or something like that? No.
Zone A captured. You have advantage.
And if we're being super specific, the species you're talking about, autism activate, they they're called crocodilomorphs, and those are from, like, if I remember correctly, the Triassic period, which was like 250 to 200 million years ago. But some of them lived alongside some of our earliest dinosaurs, but like Jurassic
That's a
and the
power
Cretaceous periods.
You took them. Now
where you would
hold
see
them.
the T-Rex, like there's like 40 million years difference between them. So like no, they did not live at the same time. Yes, you are correct. I was just saying those two periods. Yes, I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was 5.
Keep the
so.
pressure on.
Yeah, basically it's had some of the Pluto. It's had some of the Pluto experience.
Zone A lost. Zone B captured. You have advantage.
Okay. But I appreciate people saying that and doing them actually, so I can actually talk about this. I never get to talk about this in my daily life, so I get excited. Kind of like earlier, I don't know if it's called a fun fact, but Alex said whales are mammals, right? And I was like, so do you know the number one cause of their death? Of whales? No. You asked if whales are mammals, so I'm
Zone A
transitioning
captured.
into, do you know
That's
the
a
number
power
one cause
play.
of their death?
You took them. Now hold them.
Drowning.
Zone C lost.
they drown. That's their number one cause of death. They are conscious breathers, unlike where we can have some conscious breathing, like when we're trying to calm ourselves down. But for the most part, we have unconscious breathing, where we do that while we sleep. But for them, they have like a little system that goes in place that like half their brain's asleep, and then they'll go up, take a breath, go back down. And sometimes if they don't hunt enough, because they take millions and millions and millions of calories to like keep up because they're so large, they just don't have the energy to come back up for the breath. So most of them die because, besides us being dicks in the past, they don't really have a lot of natural predators. So most of the time when they die, it's just because they either don't get enough food, they don't make it in time while they're sleeping, or they get too big and then they just drown. So I don't know if that's a fun fact, but I found it interesting when I found out about it like 8 years ago.
That's a power play. You took them, now hold them.
So no, I don't want to be a whale.
I've seen
I've
enough.
had people ask me that.
I'm
like,
calling
I don't
this
want
one.
my biggest thought in life to be, am I going to drown today? I don't think I ever...
Sound tactics bring victory.
Well, it's kind of like when I hear people, like, I hate hearing it when, like, I feel bad for them when people go, oh, I was, like, attacked by a dolphin or something.
Targets eliminated.
Like, part of me is like,
Nice
oh,
work.
that's awful. Another part of me is like, that's a completely avoidable event. You have to go to the dolphin. Like, if you say you're sitting in the DMV and then a fucking dolphin flew through the, like, ceiling and landed on you, honestly, I'm like, that sucks. But if you're like, I drove from Oklahoma to the ocean, got inside one of them, started rubbing it all around, and then it attacked me, I'm like, why the fuck are you touching them? Why did you go to them? Why? Like, there's so many steps that this doesn't just happen. I have never once been crossing the street and been like, oh shit, there's a dolphin. like... So yeah, and I don't know if that's like a bad thought or what, but like that is the thought process I have. Like I hear about it, like, oh, woman assaulted by dolphin, and I'm like, oh, I say it, I don't care. I mean, I'm probably not going to say it to the woman that was assaulted because she probably realizes that that was bad. But like when people are like making videos about it, or like, oh my gosh, this poor person, I'm like, that was an avoidable event. Why did she... You didn't have to do that. Nobody... I will say yes, mostly to what you said, Myth, but you also don't have to go to the beach. Like, you're going close to the water, and then water things happen, and then you go, damn water. I've never woken up and been like, I'm on the beach? Like, you have to go. I think it's a lot harder to get attacked by a dolphin than it is to get shot. Yes. Yeah, but you're not going to walk into a bar and then get attacked by a dolphin. If you get attacked, it's probably going to be a human. Yeah, I am too. Oh, I don't care if people agree or disagree. I'm just making my point. But I know you're agreeing. But that's what I'm saying, though, is if you go into a bar, it's most likely going to be human. And if I did walk into a bar and I saw a dolphin behind the bar stool and, like, I don't know, behind the hostess stand, I think I would just turn around and leave and be like, well, I don't know what the fuck that was. But not drinking or eating here. Oh, they're sentient talking dolphins? Oof. I guess then I would just make the news, and I would be one of those stories that that I think is avoidable, but maybe I walked into a place called Dolphin or Us and I just didn't read. Who knows? I mean, it's collapsible, so I bring it with me everywhere. Yeah, that's my fault. Well, I mean, I read about this story the other day where this guy, he went wakeboarding. So he went wakeboarding 4 miles out, saw a whale, and decided to swim with the whale. Whales have so much current when they swim, it pulls you under, and he drowned. And then there were people saying that they need to put signs 4 miles out to say, don't swim with the whales. And we're saying it was such a tragedy, and it was. It sucks. But why are you going 4 miles out into the ocean, seeing a whale and going, I'm going to hug that whale? Like, and I didn't even need to see who it was. I just assumed it was another white person. Because, like, that's just something we do. Oh, there's a bear? Let me make that bear my pet. Oh, it ate my family? Damn. It's just, why? I don't know what's the affinity with us. There's like taking animals and being like, they're our friend now. And let me be clear. I value all life, and it makes me sad. But there's also just times that it's like, I feel like you didn't have to do that. Not what I'm saying. More saying that I think it makes it a tragedy because you chose to do something that could have been avoided. Where if it just was something random chance, like somebody, I don't know, standing on the sidewalk and a car veering and hitting them, I think that is just like tragic because they were doing what they're supposed to be doing, walking on the sidewalk. But I don't think I've ever heard a story be like, yeah, I was wakeboarding and then I saw a whale and I got in, and I don't think my thought process would be like, as you should. Like, I would be like, you got in? For why? So that to me is like, my goal isn't to like make fun of those people. I just think it's more tragic because it was avoidable as opposed to something that's just a freak accident. That did happen to somebody. That did happen, by the way. A tourist went to, I don't remember where it went, but this was a story like a few years ago. Somebody went. It was a tourist, and they went to a polar bear, and they tried to hand feed it a fish.
They are your life.
Oh, they
Captured.
And it's just like, what? Why? Why did you? Why was that a thought? Like, ooh, polar bear. Let me pet and feed it.
You captured Zone A. You have advantage.
And then, like, I think
Zone C lost.
I guess I kind of get that, but I also have seen dogs attack. So, like, while I love dogs and have dogs,
You
I don't
captured
think
Zone
that...
B. Zone advantage is yours.
And then they get bit. Yeah, I also think that's just because your dog doesn't bite doesn't mean someone else's dog doesn't bite. No.
Power play. Keep the pressure on.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Zone B lost.
They're one of the... Yeah. Yeah, there's like four species that have been known to like go out of their way to hunt humans. But my point is like I don't know why people get surprised animals do animal things. Like people will go underneath giraffes and like smack their like genitalia, and then when they get kicked, they go "Nani?" I'm like, it's an animal. And you're instigating it.
You captured Zone B. Power play. Keep the pressure on. Zone A lost. Zone A captured. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them.
I think the craziest part of that story that I remember is with the polar bear, where the tourists fed it, is some of the locals were saying that maybe
Zone
they should
C
try to
lost.
relocate the polar bears or catch them all because it like killed that person. And I'm like,
Zone B captured.
What?
You have advantage.
the person caused this. Maybe tell people don't do that. Not like punish the polar bear for doing polar bear things.
Zone C
Yes.
captured. That's a power play.
No, I'll give you
took
that.
them,
If your
now hold them.
environment is around them constantly, I think that, okay, that's maybe not mostly your fault. The more specific ones I'm
Zone
talking
A
about are
lost.
people that travel across the country to go to these things, then get attacked, or go from another country to another country and then get attacked. I'm like, that was avoidable. Like, if I went to Germany and I don't know, did something that pissed Myth off and she smacked me, it would be my fault that I went to Germany. Like, that was avoidable. I could have just not went. But if I live somewhere where there's like people that
5
live where the
minutes
polar bears
remain.
are, yeah, like
A
that's
strong
a lot
start.
less avoidable.
Fight
You
on.
live there. And it's never as easy as just move. Everyone has different circumstances.
Zone C lost.
You thought what? Sorry.
Zone A captured. You have advantage.
You're like,
B
he
lost.
really trusts the range on his SMG. I mean, on a micro scale, I also laugh at, like, I don't know. I saw it was the other day, a guy tried to, like, jump up and hit the sign on, he was trying to hit, like, the top of, like, a street sign on the sidewalk, so not in the middle
Zone
of the
A lost.
intersection.
Power play.
He missed,
Enemy has your zone.
ended up somehow landing on his ass, and then he gets up and goes, "Stupid sign." And I'm like, well, I mean, you didn't have to try to hit that.
Zone C captured.
That's a well. I think if anyone pushes forward and dies, this is exactly the circumstance I'm talking about. That was avoidable. Yeah, I like A and C in this map. I'm just running back and forth.
3 minutes. You're winning.
Go back to
Stay
sea.
strong.
Don't
You
listen to
captured Zone A. Zone
Oh,
advantage
nice.
is yours.
Thanks for eating that. That almost killed me.
Zone A lost.
I had to learn that about the fun fact thing, because like I said, I learned about that whale fact like 8 years ago. I told somebody by starting off, fun fact, most of the time when whales die, it's from drowning. Turns out that's not a fun fact. Even though learning is fun for me, I need to phrase it differently. I was like, okay, well, I don't know how to introduce
Zone
this
B
randomly
captured.
anymore.
You have
So.
zone advantage.
Unfun fact? Yes, we did.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. One final push and victory is yours.
Well, I mean, people will say fun fact and then they'll say information that I find unpleasant, but I guess, like, that's just probably just personal.
Zone B lost.
Nice! Like, I had, I'm not even gonna finish it, but the guy, like, he said, fun fact, did you know that maggots? And I was like, you don't have to finish that fact. Like, I don't care to learn about maggots. Someone take it. We'll see.
1 minute. Won't be long now.
Good, good. I know.
You captured Zone C.
I'm gonna pop.
Zone advantage is yours.
No one died. No one died. I got you.
Defeat.
What?
Comes
It said
for us all.
150 first. It said 150 to 149. I'll show it. Yeah, but because they killed somebody, they had a higher
not this
score.
time.
We just did
Controlling
not
those
die.
zones is the only path to victory.
My life is ruined. I'm uninstalling. It's over for me. I'm done. Uninstalling. Hex can have the claim. It's your responsibility now. No! Don't do that. Mm-hmm. I've just been experimenting with my new boots. You should. It's very good. I'm glad you like it. I did play with the Strand Hunter today, and the rotations were fun though. I'll give you that. Having everyone on grapple is great. Oh, that. I haven't looked at the helmet. The helmet's cool looking. Pretty sure that's a specific helmet from Star Wars. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the... I really hope I'm looking it up first. Okay, yes, it is called the Leia Bush helmet. B-O-U-S-H. Just wanted to make sure that was right in my brain before I said that out loud. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, and you're running one of my favorite chess pieces on the Warlock. It's the Shadow Broker. That's the Mass Effect set. Oh yeah, you finally got the 550 now, so you can start going crazy. Been having a lot of fun with the Lion Rampant changes, so. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you for everyone who watched. Thank you for everyone who will watch. And quack quack, Mother Duckers, peace.